Keith Davis. What is your stalker's name on Reddit? I think I had a run on with him. Winged Rhino or something like that. He was a pilot-ish in the Air Force, so he pretends like he's a flying rhino.
It's funny how Houston Wade's Call of Duty education always leads him to talk about things he knows nothing about. You'll see later in the video that he calls a non-pilot a pilot, but in this case calls me a pilot-ish. Apparently, my 20 years in the Air Force before I retired, my 5,000 flying hours, my more than 1,000 combat hours, my flight time in the T-37, the T-44, the C-130, the AC-130U gunship, drones, and my Distinguished Flying Cross for heroism and my Combat Action Medal and my 8 deployments only get me to pilot-ish.
Which I think is why they put a farting rhino with wings on my splash there. Yeah, just block and avoid that dude. He's nuts. He's absolutely bonkers. I don't know if you guys have seen. So, years ago, this guy, Brandon Bryant, he was a drone pilot in the Air Force.
No, he was not.
And go away. No, I don't want to subscribe. Dang it. He's a drone pilot in the Air Force.
Wrong.
Well, I just want to clarify first that I'm not a pilot. Was a sensor operator.
And I don't want to subscribe. Just give me my thing. Anyway, so he came out saying that basically like, hey, drone pilots have a lot of PTSD because they push buttons and watch people blow up, and that hurts their brains. And it does. I mean, you're completely disconnected. You're 8,000 miles from the conflict, and you're just like playing a video game with people's lives. And it kind of makes them a little Looney Tunes.
Houston Wade is an expert, obviously, on combat and mental health because he's a deeply in debt waiter who's been sued twice for lying online.
And my stalker had also been a drone pilot, but he wasn't a drone pilot by choice. He got reprimanded and taken off of flight duty from real planes and sent to being a drone pilot and eventually made to fly a desk.
Some might wonder how Houston Wade would know anything about my career, since he doesn't provide any sources. And the answer is he doesn't know anything about my career. He just makes it up as he goes. I was not reprimanded and sent to drones. I volunteered for drones. It was my top choice, as I blogged about, and as this audio of my commander letting me know that I got the assignment, which I had to fight for, shows.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, I got a notification. I just got back today. You got matched to me, so
Okay.
you're going to go to Canada.
Oh,
MQ9s.
sweet.
So,
For UAVs?
Yes.
Awesome.
MQ9. So I have no essay on it at all on how that transpired. All I got was a message saying you're good to go. So late summer.
Awesome. Late summer.
Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe does that mean like leaving?
But if you're
Does that mean being there in late summer?
yeah,
So you're there now.
it's reporting no later than late summer. So that's what I
Awesome.
was notified. But again, it was a phone call. So I would expect something to hit fairly quickly.
Gotcha.
There you go. Well, actually, again, the note said, I wrote down AFSOC, because they're the ones that made that request.
Good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done. I'll, when I hear something, obviously I'll float it to you.
Thanks, sir.
By this time, we had moved on to Canon. Now you might be thinking that an RPA assignment at Canon was Laughlin leadership's punishment for what had gone on, but you would be wrong. Rhino actually volunteered for Canon. He volunteered for RPA because he sees that as the future of the Air Force, and he wanted to put his money where his mouth is and help the mission and not just participate in the fun flying club.
But his claim is that he had, my stalker's claim is that he had refused an illegal order to assassinate an American, and that's why they made him fly a desk and took away his security clearance. And Brandon Bryant was like, that's not what happened.
Interestingly enough, Houston Wade has no evidence for this so-called claim from Brandon Bryant. But there's this video of Brandon Bryant saying exactly the opposite.
he also obeyed a command that he felt was wrong, and I feel like that needs to be honored. And one thing about that is I didn't do that. Well, I bitched, but I did it. And I bitched. But I never once said no. And I know where that comes from for me. And I have to say that I admire Rick Reinierson for that.
So the Stalker made an entire documentary about Brandon Bryant. Just, he's a miserable piece of crap liar or whatever. And then recently, 2 years ago, took a bunch of video footage from Brandon's YouTube channel, selectively edited the video footage together to make it look like Brandon was threatening the lives of the Missoula City Council, and then called the police and had him arrested.
Court-ruled liar Houston Wade is lying as usual when he claims falsely that I called the police in Montana and had Bryant arrested. Yes, I did make a video that highlighted Brandon Bryant's many threats. For those interested, I recommend watching Brandon Bryant Laws Aren't Going to Protect You on YouTube to see his many threats to kill people. Also, you can watch Brandon Bryant's court testimony in this trial, where Brandon Bryant admitted he attended Missoula City Council meetings to see if the politicians there would need to be executed.
In charge with felony terroristic threat. So this poor dude went to jail and spent a year and a half in the trial process, and finally get to court, and it took the jury almost no time to acquit because they're like, oh yeah, obviously this video was all edited and it was not his channel that sent the video to the police. And if you look at his actual videos, no, he wasn't threatening anybody.
While Houston Wade pretends as if he knows the reasoning of the jury, he does not, and he has no source for their reasoning or their thought process. But there is a video showing the actual full unedited video that was publicly live streamed by Brandon Bryant on his public YouTube channel. You can watch that video for yourself, full and unedited, to see if he was threatening to murder Missoula City Council members.
So they acquitted the poor guy, but he still spent like months in jail.
It's good to see Houston Wade has now changed his lie from spending a year in jail, after I demonstrably showed him that that was false, and is now at least bringing it back to months in jail, which is also still false. Brandon Bryant only spent 30 days in jail.
In a year and a half waiting trial to possibly be charged with felony terroristic threat for threatening to murder a bunch of people, all because manufactured evidence against him by our stalker. It's just like, dude, get a life, man. Go live your own life. Quit trying to climb inside everybody else's and just fuck with them. You spend all your time trying to frame people for crimes and get them arrested, or spout a bunch of bullshit on the internet hoping that some person even crazier than you is going to go, you know what, I'm going to go kill that person. It's stochastic terrorism.
Houston Wade is fond of claiming falsely that other people have tried to kill him or want him killed. He's made this claim about me, he's made it about Bill Nelson, and he now has an injunction against him, a court ruling that prohibits him from making his false claim that Bill Nelson had tried to kill him. But he continues to make this false claim against me without any evidence whatsoever. And yet, Houston Wade routinely wishes for my death online.
He's just a piece of crap, and I really wish that COVID would have taken him. No. Rick Reinierson, you're a fucking piece of shit. I hate your guts, and I hope you have a heart attack and die. That's what I hope. And yeah, I've got a stalker. He's a piece of shit. Eat shit, Rick. You're a stalking asshole. Just have a heart attack already or something. Make everyone's lives better. Okay. It's stalking. It's harassment. It's tortious interference. It is a whole bunch of things. And, a crazy dude living in his van in the middle of nowhere, spending 18 hours a day tweeting about me 1,000 times a day, sending unsolicited messages to every single solitary person who has ever interacted with me on the internet is ridiculous. It is just a waste of time and energy. And seriously, dude, go see a therapist, get some Thorazine, and acknowledge your mental illness.
For those keeping score at home, if you're a military person who Houston Wade doesn't like for any reason, you are mentally ill. However, if you're a deeply in-debt waiter who just cannot stand being criticized to other people online, then you are just fine, even as you wish for them to die.
That's just... It is stressful, dude. It is just freaking stressful, awful, daily, relentless onslaught. And I wish that Twitter, as crappy as Facebook is, I wish Twitter's blocking mechanism worked like Facebook's blocking. On Facebook, you block somebody, if you make a comment on a post, they don't see it. And then they don't see any of the comments below that because that is associated with you, your stalker, whoever you block doesn't see it. On Twitter, you comment on something. If someone replies to you, like my stalker can't see my original post, but he can see every single solitary post that replies to me, and he responds to every single solitary post of anyone who interacts with me on Twitter.
As Houston Wade makes clear, his problem is not with me talking to him, which I don't do because I don't talk to people like Houston Wade, but rather that I'm sharing truthful information with other people about him. Fascists today, just like fascists in the 1930s, be they Adolf Hitler or Mussolini, do not like when other people talk badly about them. It doesn't matter how truthful. If you criticize them, they see that as criminal. You are not allowed to criticize them or to express views they don't like. That is what Houston Wade calls stalking.
And the fact that I've got, almost 8,000 followers on Twitter means there's 8,000 people who either all have to block him or put up with being spammed the same message over and over and over, and Twitter does nothing about it. You can make, this is harassment. Twitter's like, this is spam. Twitter's like, it might be the same message 500 times in 60 minutes, but it doesn't look like spam to us. It's just, it's exhausting. I'm tired. I'm so tired of that guy. So very tired. But yes, best thing you can do is if Ringed Rhino or Pick Battles or any of his other stupid things, he's probably has dozens of accounts, pops up, just block. And you won't have... If you block him now, you won't have to deal with him like I do and have him tweet about you 1,000 times a day. Okay. So, moving on to happier things. Phil Bill, why does your brother not want you to talk about metamaterials? Mainly because my stalker has been bothering him now. And he's been contacting us people involved in, retail traders who are like, Houston Wade's a liar, you can't trust him, and you can't trust his brother either. So that's kind of why.
Court-ruled liar Houston Wade is lying about the substance of my 2 tweets to his brother. And I have not been contacting anybody else associated with his brother's company. And I certainly did not say that you could not trust his brother. I don't know his brother. The fact, though, that he wants Houston to stop talking about his company, finally, makes me think he may actually be trustworthy.
Is that, my stalker seems to be winning these battles. And that's what he does. He stalks people. I mean, there's a reason why I changed my Twitter handle to Stalked by Pick Battles, because that's what he does. He's a stalker. Richard Lee Reinierson, you are a stalker. Leave it alone. Quit bothering people and go live your own life. Get a hobby, dude. Something. It's annoying. So anyway, he's good at that. So it's just like, hey, I can stand back. I can avoid that. I can, doesn't need to be a conflict of interest or perceived one there.
It's understandable that Houston Wade would be sad. He has not only lost a $503,000 defamation lawsuit filed on him, despite lying to his followers repeatedly that he did not lose the suit, but he's also had his funds seized from his Wells Fargo account, and he has lost again in court multiple motions to try to get the judgment against him dismissed, and he was forced to provide his actual address so that the sheriff can show up and seize his paltry assets. Houston Wade truly has a problem.